that I will go with my visa to this committee, and they told, do you want to take this violin with you? I told them, I want, but if you think that I have no right, I can leave it. Can you imagine my feelings? So they told, how much do you want to pay for this? At that moment, I wanted to tell them, any amount of money, only allow me to take this violin. But I told not much. They discussed how much, and they told, okay, we will give you permission, it's not valuable violin. Lazar was waiting for me around the corner. He said, what's happened? And I showed him the paper that they allowed, and Lazar told, oh, but what will be at the airport?
I couldn't believe, you know.
He read maybe 10 times, yeah. 10 times.
And it's great, you know, and then our violin made all this way with us, and it's here now. I'm so happy, you know, it's wonderful. When people apply for immigration, first of all, they don't know how long they will wait. Some people wait 2 weeks, some people wait 5 months, some people wait 5 years. And at that time they lose jobs, they lose friends, because some people are afraid to contact them. And their life is every day in danger, because they like persona non grata in their own country.
I was trying to get the visa office to accept my papers for a long time. So between the time when I started my application and the time when I left, it was about 2 years. And most of this time I didn't have employment.
How did you support yourself during that time?
Knowing that instrument that I had at the time and that was in the family for a long time, and I had to sell it and then eat it.
The most difficult part that it's very dangerous.
So many people are being put to prison, to the crazy house, when they are actually absolutely innocent.
It's only because it's economically very good for them, and because pressure of different governments from the West and pressure of public opinion. So it makes them allowed immigration. And when they feel this pressure comes a little down, they stop immigration.
Now it's so difficult to leave Russia. Actually, almost nobody left Russia for the last maybe year.
It should be freedom to move, and also freedom to come back, because, you know, every person has only one time to leave, and also every person have right to make a mistake and then change their mind, and, you know, it's life. So I think that it's necessary to keep all the way, you know, tell them, let people go. Like every parent, I was worried about the life of my son, his future, was my main reason when I decided to emigrate. When he was young, I tried to raise him as a patriot of his country. But you don't have a right to lie to young person. So little by little I start to tell him the truth. And we all come to conclusion that there is no way to stay in Russia. Of course, it was very big risk, because if he will get permission to leave Russia, they can not let us go, so we can be separated like many families. So we decided that he will go first, and then we applied for immigration half year later, and fortunately we got permission. And now our son is very happy to be in West Germany, and he has a wonderful daughter. And when I think about her future, I think that all our struggles, it's worthwhile. My last concert in Leningrad, we played Haydn's Farewell Symphony. And we did it like Haydn asked to do it. We played with candles, and each musician, when finished music, blow out the candle and leave the stage. Like symbol of immigration. one by one, people is leaving the country, leaving the stage, and then come darkness. And it was very impressive. And I still, when I remember this, my skin get goose skin, and it's really touching. To leave a country where you spend all your life, it's a very painful process. But most difficult to leave people whom you love, friends, relatives, musicians with whom I worked so many years, and we get so close to each other. And to have in mind that I never will see these people, it's real very painful. Also feelings like if you left Russia, you don't have right to go back. It's prohibited forever. And all this I will never forget. But life and in time we can see that this decision was right.
It was a while before I was able to relax after I came to this country, because first, quite a few months, I was a little uptight, and it took quite a while to get adjusted to things around here. But then you just start doing what you did before, when you can go and hike in the woods, go fishing. And this is the sign that you got used to the change. When I was leaving Russia, I didn't expect to see the same nature. I thought that there would be different woods, different lakes, different fish. And when I came here, I went fishing again, and I was catching the same pike like it just come out of the Russian pond, and it didn't have American passport when I caught it. I just didn't imagine how it got permission to cross the border and to be in American lakes. So I thought that it would be nice if people would feel the same way over there and over here. Because there's not much difference between the human nature, human behavior, and the behavior of the same fish. We all want peace, quiet, and doing our thing in life, just like the fish doing, except when they get on a hook.
Like coming to another planet, everything was very unusual and difficult. Language, finding the job was very, very difficult, because when I came, I didn't know anybody here, and I had to play some audition for everybody, for all managers, and I had to call to everybody, and I was so scared to call and offer myself. It's not the way like you do it in Russia. It's absolutely different. The community where I live has a lot of Russian people there, and there are a lot of stores with Russian food, and somehow it helps because you can hear your native language. Называется Весткон. Okay. Тоже не толст, okay? It was very hard to make decision to leave and go to another country, but I understood it may give me some chance to change my life and give to my daughter some possibility to study and to be a real person which she able to be.
Thank you very much. До свидания. You too. Thank you.
the hardest, most terrible thing was that my husband did not want to leave Russia with me. He was afraid to lose the job and not to get any chance to leave. That could happen too there. So he wasn't sure he's ready to go and to leave Russia and to leave everything and to lose his job. And that's what happened.
So you separated?
Yeah, we divorced. It's impossible to separate there. Without divorce, you can't go anywhere. Oh, look. Nice. Okay. And when I came to New York, a lot of help I got from the social worker. She called to managers and she gave me some telephone numbers and I tried to call those people. And step by step, I am freelancing now. It's not too bad. I have a lot of work, so I'm happy.
I think that Soviet Emigreè Orchestra is not a simple group of musicians, but this is a symbol of America, because this orchestra brings not only beautiful music, but this idea of coming to America and starting a new life here is still going on, and hopefully it will go forever. Schedule gets every year more busy and busy, and every place where we play invites us again.
Now that we've heard you, we are very grateful. We hope this is not the last time you're with us. We'd love to come back.
There is certain musical freedom in playing, and audiences feel it from the first note, and their response just gives us this warm feeling.
Well, you did so beautifully, and we just loved it. Everybody did. It was one of the nicest things we've ever had in Covington.
I have a lot of opportunities to talk to people after the concerts, and people ask us questions what it's like life in Russia.
Even for a musician or someone with creative talent, you still don't have?
Yeah, you're still under control. What you play, where you play, how you play.
Everything?
Yes, everything.
We were very much impressed with Russia. We had no trouble. All the tales we hear about it.
Yeah,
but
we had.
you know, we had.
Every time when we play in a new place, it's like discover America. Everywhere we found warm feelings, we found excitement and friendship. So I look real optimistically in the future. It's not easy to build an orchestra in a new country. We face many problems here, which I will never face in Leningrad. For example, we have to raise money. In Russia, government pays everything, but government controls everything. In Russia, we don't have to think about promotion, and it's wonderful to work together and get support from American people also, because without this support, this orchestra wouldn't work. This interview is improvised, but in Russia, you don't have right to improvise. You have to give all answers on all questions in advance, and after this censorship, you can speak. Also, you know, we made with Leningrad Chamber Orchestra more than 40 records. And after I left country, they still publish these records, but without my name. Here life is not simple, even I would say more complicated, because here a lot depends of person, because I have to make decisions. In Russia, government make decisions, and in a way it's more simple, but still I feel here is freedom. We traveled with Leningrad Symphony abroad. Not a single person allowed to walk on street alone. Orchestra was divided on a group of 4 people, and when government tells with whom I have to go, so it means that at least one of them should inform. So it's a situation when you can't feel free. Now, a little easy. I'm very glad that during this tour we had the opportunity to play in synagogue. Because in Russia it's simple dangerous to go. And if somebody will see me in synagogue, I can lose my job. Everybody should have a ta 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 ta. Okay? And for this occasion, I choose to play Nigun by Ernst Bloch. Also, you know, this music should describe some very important pictures from Jewish history, you know, all the struggles for thousands of years. And here he described Jewish people comes out after all these terrible years, very strong people, you know. So it should be like hymn to Jewish nation. So let's do this. In America, I learned a lot of things, and one of this is mortgage. And I would call this house, which I building now, Mortgage Manor. I'm anxious to find out what kind of acoustic will be.
And what are you going to do if acoustic will not be very good?
We will change. We will completely...
change violinist.
Oh, yeah, maybe. But this house is a result of my work for these 6 years. And I started my work in St. Louis with St. Louis Symphony Orchestra, where I built a chamber orchestra. Then I became an artist in residence in Missouri University in St. Louis. And also I started Soviet Emigreè Orchestra, my dream. And then I got invitation from New York State University at Stony Brook to be a full-time professor. So this all gave me possibility to build this house. You know, for us it's a very special feelings, you know, because after all these troubles with immigration, with heavy decisions and so on, to have possibility to build our own home and design this home, it's, you know, make me so happy that I simply can't tell you. So important to build a house, but to have this house full of friends. And we have friends from the orchestra, from St. Louis, from different countries. And we even have people who recently defected from Russia. And it makes me very happy.
Thank you. Thank you.
Put your house
Because it's not,
have a
yes.
That'll make it home.
Yes. Little thing, yes. You know, in Russia I have not tried to put
I thought you might not have one from her.
Can you imagine how difficult